Hey everybody, Brian Arado, Armenian Rat Ride Carport Builder, Mechanic, Real Estate Investor, whatever you want to call me. Don't call me late for lunch. Oh boy, well, a little bit setback. You know, yesterday we talked about the door panels. I built those. Now I got it in primer, so I still have to work on it. And I got the other part off, and I got it here on the table. And so I have to work on it too and roll it out. But unfortunately, I had a little setback. Yesterday, I got my clutch parts late yesterday from UPS, or for early Ford truck parts, but it took UPS 2 weeks, or I don't know, maybe they didn't deliver it or they get it on a package out yet. But I got this piece. This is an extra part I have, but I put a new spring here, and the bushing's gone in this. There's supposed to be a copper bushing. It's gone, but I got the new bushing in it, and I got a boo-boo on my hand, but I stuck myself with a Carter key, and that's not heavy. Matter of fact, I need to go put a Band-Aid. I forgot all about that. And after I'm done recording this, I'm going to go put a Band-Aid on my finger. But and there's an old noisy fan. Sit here in Florida. It's hot. Today we got a cool day. Let's go look at the temperature. Yeah, what is the temperature? It's a cool day today. Wow. Still August, but look at there. Wow. Not even, well, 70. I can't believe that. 78. Wow. Kind of a little humid though. I don't know what the humidity is. But there you go. There's the, and oh yeah, I was able to cut. I had enough to cut out another panel for my kick panel. But unfortunately, I'm doing two things at once now. Since I broke down last night. First road test, and I broke down. The truck stalled, and I went to start it, and she wouldn't start. The solenoid clicked. Well, I thought the solenoid was good. Well, I tested the solenoid, and it is bad, because I put my meter right here, and I tested here from the battery to the solenoid. I had 12 point something volts. Then I jumped this. I probed this side of it, and I had zero. Now, I don't know if this is the end of it, but at least I know this is bad for sure, because I tested it and it does not work. So I got the new parts store. I got another one. I don't even know where I got this at, and I might have got it off of Amazon. I don't know. I don't remember, but it's a new part. I got this one from CarQuest. So I got to put it on. Now I've got a battery cable. I didn't like the looks of the battery cable. I didn't test it. This is going from here to the starter, and I got some ends I can make on cables. I got the tool to do it. So I don't know yet. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, but I want to put the solenoid on and see what happens. I won't sit there and put, sit there on the starter and try to just keep starting it. I'm not going to burn this solenoid up. That could be my starter's bad. I haven't gone that far yet, but I know this one. I know this part is bad. This is a new solenoid, but who's to say? But I know it don't work. Maybe the starter's toast, but I did put new brushes in the starter. Everything, when I had it apart, I cleaned it all up, and the windings on the starter look good. So I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it going bad. I mean, I don't know why it would have gone bad. And the brushes won't cause that, and I didn't do anything to short anything out in there. So we'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. I check to see if there's any problems with the cable going from the solenoid to the starter, like if it was touching up against the exhaust header or the block. I didn't see anything like that. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm not working on the kick panel for the inside the interior. I still got to roll this. Put a bead in there. I still got to roll that. So that's just a little update for what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to record any of this. Me putting, I don't know if I don't want to bore you. Me putting a solenoid on. But hopefully, when my next video, she'll be running, and I'll be back on bead rolling this kick panel for the driver's side, and hopefully I can move on. But you know, this is the first. Last night was the first time I've actually taken it down the slip street. I drove it around the yard here, drove it around the property, around 5 acres, and I didn't have no problem. And I'll say one thing: this truck was running really good last night. And I got up down by a few blocks. I'm going to say 4 or 5 blocks down the road. Come up to a stop sign, let off the gas, threw her in neutral, and the engine died. So I got the idle a little too low. But I went to start her back up, and she wouldn't start. And had a good Samaritan. This guy came by, and he drove by in a nice brand new BMW. He said, "You want me to pull you?" And I said, and he goes, "Not in this. He said, "I live 2 minutes away. I'll go get my truck and come back in about a couple of minutes." And lo and behold, he did come back, and he helped me. We were just monkeying around with it, trying to see if we could get it started with the starter. And I was messing with this, tapping on the starter, whatever, you know, just trying to do a quick diagnose what we could with a little limited tools I had. So he ended up, me and him started pushing the truck on the road. We got it up on the road, and we pushed it. I jumped in there, turned the key on, threw it into second gear. He was pushing on it, popped the clutch, he started right back up. I kicked her in reverse, went backwards for about a few yards, turned around, and went back on home. I stuck my window out, gave it a thumbs up. I wish I would have really thanked the guy. Didn't get a chance to thank him, but I needed to get it home. But if you're out there, my friend, thank you very much for helping me. It's always good to have people, you know. That was really nice of the man, you know. We all got to work together, and I think I could tell he just was into it, you know. Man looked like he just got off of work, or, you know, long day it was around. Oh boy, by the time I got the part around 3 o'clock yesterday, it was about 6:30 when all this happened. And when I got into the yard, it was dark. And so there's where we're at. So had a little detour on my plans, like I said, but that's okay. You know, with all these old trucks, you gotta expect things like this, messing around with these old trucks. Now, I could make this truck efficient. I'm putting an LS engine in there and have it all computerized. And, you know, no, to me, a classic truck is a classic truck. You know, classic vehicle. You know, I want it to as much as original I can. You got to get to the point, you got to accept the fact that things like this is going to happen. And, you know, they just had their own personality, these old vehicles. You know, they had their quirks about them. When they run, they run. When they don't, they don't. And it's just a process. But that's the fun of these things. You know, at least for me. I like tinkering with this old stuff, and it's kind of cool, you know. And so, you know, I did a lot of things like a aluminum radiator and electric fan because I wanted it to run efficient coolant-wise. That's the heart of an engine, you know, along with the oil. Keeping the oil clean and all. So, and I got a new gas tank, and I want to, you know, I keep the filters changed. And so, you know, I want to run efficient as I can. So it's just, you know, I'm using, I don't know, maybe the starter is the original. So we'll see. Just one thing at a time, you know, and then if I have to get a starter, I have to get a starter. And then if I have to, I'll go back on to, you know, because I'm going to have to order one. You can't get these starters locally. And since I've already been into that starter, I'm not going to try messing with it. But then I'm going to go back, if I have to do that, I'll just have to go back on the bead rolling it. But this is all the tools I had last night, screwdriver and pliers, and so, you know, that's what we had to deal with, only tools we had. So, oh well, that stuff happens. So listen, I'm gonna turn off right now, and appreciate you watching. Hey, please like and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, and you folks in Rumble Land, you know, pass the video on. You know, share it with a friend. And with that, hey, God bless y'all. See ya.